In today's pick a card reading, we're going to be looking at why something feels off lately and how you are not imagining this. We have 3 piles, 1, 2, and 3. You might feel drawn to just one pile, 2 of them, or even all 3. Trust your intuition and watch the readings that call to you, because each one could have a message inside of it for you. The links, as always, are down below, and I'll see you in each of the readings. Welcome to the reading for pile 1. And for this, we have the 9 of Wands. And this is what's feeling off to you. At the moment, this is all about you feeling very wary, unsettled, on edge, like you know something's happening but you can't tell what, and you're sort of like watching out of the corner of your eyes trying to work out what's going on. So this is what this feeling off is all about. So we are going to grab this deck and get 3 cards for this. So first off, why are things feeling off? You know, what's going on that's making you feel this way? The second one, let's have, are you associating this feeling, this awareness that something good is coming or something bad is coming? Which is it for you? It doesn't necessarily mean that that's what it is, but what are you associating this feeling with? Thirdly, let's have a look at what the actual emotion is behind this. Is it fear or is it excitement? Disguising itself as fear, possibly, but so which is it? So the first one, why are things feeling off? The second one, are you associating it with something good or bad? And the third one, what's the emotion behind feeling this way? Okay. So we have, for the first one, we have the 5 of Swords reversed. And this one is, why is it feeling off? And what this is saying is, it feels like you've sort of been beaten up a little bit by life and what's going on. There's a heck of a lot of solar radiation going on at the moment. There's the massive comet with the proton field that's in our solar system, the size of bigger than Jupiter and stuff going on. So there's a heck of a lot going on around us energetically at the moment. And that's part of why you feel you've sort of been beaten up. You're going through some massive changes. We're all going through a very rapid growth spurt at the moment, with all the sort of the ascension energies going on, because it really is coming very, very soon. And so you're feeling kind of like you've been beaten up, rung through the mill twice backwards, that kind of thing. And that's what's going on here. This is why you feel like this. There's just a heck of a lot going on in your energetic field right now that really does feel like you've been beaten up. So are you associating this feeling that's coming, that something is off, with something good or something bad? And for this, we have the 3 of Pentacles reversed. And what I'm getting from this is, I'm actually getting your split on this. There is almost like a part of you that thinks, this is good, I'm graduating, I'm becoming a master, and so on. And the other aspect of you is going, oh, this doesn't feel good, this is really bad, this can't be good, it's been really difficult, this must be really something bad coming, because what's going on isn't feeling comfortable. And so what I'm getting is you've got this sort of split down the middle, and this is something that needs to be sorted out. because to go through this with more ease, you need the whole of you to go through it and see it the same way, not one aspect of you seeing it one way and one aspect of you seeing it another, because otherwise you're going to get that internal tension on top of this feeling of like the energy rapidly changing around you. So you need to ask yourself, each aspect of you, each part of you, what's its purpose for you? You know, why does it feel to you like you are becoming a master through this, with this energy changes and stuff? And what's the purpose of that aspect of you? And then ask the aspect of you that is worried about this being a really bad thing, and ask what that purpose is. And just keep going on these two parts of you until they can both work out that they're actually both seeing the same thing and want the same thing for you. And whatever that is for you, it might be, you know, that they're moving you towards love. It might be, you know, that their purpose is to keep you safe. You know, whatever it is for you, it'll be different probably for each of you. But go through and find out what the purpose of each of these two parts is and integrate it. It's called a parts integration. And this is what you need to get to do, because right now you are split down the line between this is good, this is bad, no, this is good, no, this is bad. And that is adding to this wariness, this unsettled feeling, which is not going to be helping you. So what is the emotion behind this feeling? And is it fear or excitement? And for this we have the Four of Pentacles. And what this is telling me is, I think we've got more of, you've bought into the fact that it's a fear, which is why you've got this aspect of it's not good in there. Because this guy is sitting there holding everything rigid and trying not to move in case anything changes. So there's that aspect of fear. So one of the things you can do to potentially, if you want, see this more from an excitement point of view, is to work out where in your body you are feeling this. Because both fear and excitement are typically felt in your gut, but the fear is typically felt lower in your gut. So is it a feeling that's sort of bubbling up and it's higher in your gut? If so, it's probably excitement and you're mistaking it for fear, which might help you integrate these two parts, because then if both parts of you are starting to realize that actually it's excitement, that will help integrate this. At the moment though, you're not sure which, so you've got to start looking, where is this emotion? Is it, up here? Is it down here? And work it out, because at the moment it's coming across as you are associating it with fear. But no, it might not be. It might actually be excitement masquerading as fear. Let's grab another deck. And since you have felt this, and we know you're not imagining it, it is obviously a message from your higher self that it is wanting you to know about. So let us have a look at what this message might be. And we're going to grab 3 cards for this message. So what is it trying to tell you, given all this, sort of energetic changes that you're going through and stuff, and how you're feeling? What is it that your higher self actually wants you to know about all of this that's, maybe coming, maybe just what it needs to, help you sort through, whatever it is? What is the message that your higher self is trying to get you by giving you this feeling? Okay, so the first one we have is the Nine of Pentacles reversed. And what this is saying to me is that your higher self is trying to tell you we're moving out of the physical and more into the energetic realm, which is why there's so much going on in the energy realm at the moment. And you're feeling so much of it. So it's trying to tell you we are progressing. We're going from more 3D to 5D. And it is doing its best to help you prepare, help your body change, help you grow spiritually, consciously, basically, so that you can move more into the 5D. And it is trying to let you know that this is what you're going through right now. This is what you're feeling. You're meant to go from the 3D to the 5D, and it is trying to help you get there. And that is what all of this, why you're feeling things are off right now, because they are out of your comfort zone. So, you can translate off as not what you normally feel like. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It means it's just different. And moving from 3 to 5 or 4 to 5, since you're probably already in the transition, this is why it's feeling like this, and this is what it's trying to communicate to you. I do actually have a video on how to get from 3D to 5D. I will link that down below in the description. If you want help on that, go watch that video and pick the pile for that and work out what it is you are going through and need help with, because that will help you through this. But this is what your higher self is saying, is this feeling of something feels off is because you are changing in dimension. You're changing from 3D to 5D. So, second one we have is the Knight of Cups reversed. And what this is saying to me is to facilitate this 3D to 5D shift, it wants you to get even more into your heart. Really start coming from love in absolutely everything. This is one of the things it's trying to get you to do, which is why your body feels different. It's trying to open up that heart center even more than it currently is, and really get you to go into it. And that's some of why you feel like you've been beaten up, because these centers are opening, and it doesn't always feel comfortable when these centers open. So it's okay, and that is what's going on. That's all you sort of need to know about that is, yes, it feels uncomfortable, but this is why. It is doing its best to help you open up your heart center even more, deeper and deeper and deeper, because 5D is all about coming from love, and you need this center open 100%, sort of absolutely fully. Everything about 5D is coming from love. So the third card we have is the Three of Pentacles. And this to me is saying that your higher self is trying to make you realize that yes, you are graduating, you are becoming a master. And I think it's really interesting, since we had the Three of Pentacles here, reversed, but we had the Three of Pentacles, and now we've got it again. So it really is trying to show you that you are graduating, you're going 3 to 5, and you are becoming more and more a master of your reality. And this is what it's trying to tell you. It's you are graduating, you are growing into more of your authentic self, and you're getting rid of your 3D self so that you can move into this. And this is the message here. You are going from 3 to 5. Your heart is opening really deeply, and you're becoming more of a master. And that is what this feeling off is all about. This is why you're feeling it. This is what it's trying to communicate. So sit down and study this feeling. Notice where things are in your body. Like we said here, notice where things are in your body, because this is how your higher self communicates, is with feelings. And this will teach you to understand it better going forward and understand where it's trying to guide you and what it's trying to tell you. Because this is the message, and how are you interpreting it? Well, at the moment, you're sort of feeling a bit unsettled, on edge and wary. So how does that relate to this message in your body? And try and sort of pair up the feelings and what you're going through to relate to this, because that will help you learn going forwards how your higher self is trying to communicate with you. So let's grab another deck. And this time around, we're going to grab another 3 cards. And this one is going to be what you need to do about it. You know, you've got this nice message. You are graduating. You are moving more into love, and you are becoming a master. So what does your higher self actually want you to do with this information? And for this, we have the King of Cups reversed. So what this one is saying is your higher self wants you to get more internally stable with the emotions. It doesn't want you sort of like feeling on edge and unsettled. It wants you to start stabilizing. So go inwards and really ground yourself a lot. One of the ways to do this is with water. If you can get near some water, if you can get in some water, if you're near a waterfall, awesome. If you're near the sea, awesome. Whatever it is, just involve water. Even if all you can do is meditate and visualize standing under a waterfall. Associate like what you're doing with water in some way, because that will really help you ground and become more solid emotionally, and that will help mitigate this unsettled feeling. So really, it really wants you to focus on getting grounded and getting your emotions under control and stable again. And to do that, seek out some water or imagine some water. Either is just as good, but that's what you need to do, is get yourself, imagine yourself standing under a waterfall, imagine yourself going for a swim in the sea, or do both, or go for a swim in sort of wherever you can go for a swim, somewhere natural. Don't go for a swim in a swimming pool with chlorine, because that probably won't help you. But somewhere like nature, natural water, and really get yourself grounded, really clear out all this emotional stuff that's been going on, energetic stuff that's been going on, and get yourself grounded and centered in these emotions, because that will really help you with this. So what else does your higher self want you to do about this message? And for this, we have the 6 of Pentacles. And considering it's opening up your heart, it wants you to start becoming more compassionate to others and start really seeing both sides of the stories. So when you hear someone say something, especially something that you might not like, or you think someone's wrong, or normally you would have before judged them for it, try and see both sides to the story. There is more than just the one side. Try and see it from that higher perspective, like this guy's higher than these two. Try and see this from the higher perspective and see both sides of the story, because this will help open your heart as well, and it will help you grow consciously as well, which will again help you open your heart. So work on being more compassionate and seeing two sides to every story, seeing where people are coming from, and realizing that every single person on the planet is doing the best they can with what they have right now. And it may previously, when you were in 3D, have looked really bad to you, but see it from their point of view and try and work out why they're acting that way, because that will help open your mind a bit as well. And lastly, we have temperance. So what your higher self is saying that it wants you to do again is get more into balance. You have, with all of this energetic stuff that's been going on, you've become a little out of balance, which is partly why you're feeling so unsettled and wary and stuff. So it really wants you to get back into balance. And again, this water is coming up, balance in water. Get yourself to some water in your imagination or in physical reality, it doesn't matter. Something natural though. This is, we're out in nature. We've got flowers and stuff around. Somewhere natural, somewhere in nature, and get yourself into some water and meditate on some water and really bring yourself back into balance, because going through these changes can be tough on your energetic system, and you need to rebalance and ground basically. So do that, and that will help you be more compassionate. It'll give you the space to be more compassionate and to open your heart more, basically. So let's grab a final deck. And actually, let's grab 2 cards with this. And let's have a look at what's coming. If you do all this, what will the outcome be? And then the second card, what you have to sacrifice to get this, what you have to stop doing, basically. So 2 cards. If you do this, what's the outcome? And this is going to be obviously the most likely outcome right now, because the future is not set in stone. It is up to you to determine. But at your current rate, if you do all of this, what is the most likely outcome? And secondly, what you have to sacrifice to get the outcome. As in, what's going to go away in your life? Oh, some interesting cards. So, the most likely outcome right now, we have the Tower. And I'm actually seeing this as a really freaking good thing, because we're going through a big change. We're changing completely from 3D to 5D. And we're going through all this energetic changes that are going on. So basically, this is saying, if you do all of this, everything in your world is going to change. Like, all of the old stuff is going to get thrown out. This could be related to the solar flash that's coming, the massive change. But either way, everything is going to do a very, very big, dramatic change if you do all of this. So you're moving very fast and very completely away from your 3D comfort zone into 5D, which sounds like if you do all of this, you're going to get there, essentially. So what do you have to sacrifice to do it? And we have the Chariot reversed. And what this is saying to me is this is coming back to this. You need to what you will sacrifice is this division, this unsettled, this I'm being pulled in 2 directions. So this parts integration is really, really important in this. You have to get the whole of you on board, focusing on one direction, not allowing yourself to be pulled in multiple different directions. That's what you've got to sacrifice. You have to center yourself. You have to get everything grounded, everything going in the same direction, everything that you want, all parts of you feeling the same thing and realizing that, yes, this is actually going to change your world. I mean, it's what most people who start going through the spiritual path want to do, isn't it? Is change the world. And we can't actually change the world. We can only change ourselves, and therefore the reflection of the world changes to us. And we can jump timelines. However, it will result in what we see as a different world. So you're essentially changing the world. You're just not changing outer reality for everyone else. You're changing it for you and what you see, because that's all you can change it for. And to do that, you need to get rid of this division, this being pulled apart. You need to be single-mindedly focused on getting yourself from 3 to 5, getting your heart open, becoming more compassionate, becoming more balanced, and getting out of fear and out of this, I've been beaten up, and out of this, oh my goodness, I don't know whether it's good or bad or what. You need to be all complete and moving in that same direction, and that will help you out of this feeling. Drop a like, subscribe and comment if this resonated. I would really appreciate your help growing this channel because I'm fairly new and very small and would love to get this out to more people. If you would like a private reading or some help with this parts integration, there is a link below in the description to book a reading with me over Zoom. Unless you want a text one, I do have one single text one, but most of them are over Zoom, so you get me, and that allows you to ask for clarification on anything that you don't understand that comes through, because this will be a very, very personal reading. I'm Karen from Soul Driven Tarot, and I'll see you in the next pile or the next video. Welcome to the reading for pile 2, and for this we have the Knight of Swords. And this card is all about what you're feeling, the feeling that you are feeling, why you think things feel off. And what I'm getting for this is you're feeling like everything is rushing, like time's sped up, everything feels urgent, and you just don't know which way to turn. Everything is just going so fast for you. So let's grab a deck. And we're going to grab 3 cards with this deck. And we want to know why. Why do things feel this way? The second one, are you associating this feeling with something good or bad? Do you think this rushing is going to produce a good effect or a bad effect kind of thing? And thirdly, what's the emotion that you're getting behind this feeling? Is it fear? Is it excitement? What is it that you're actually feeling? So, 3 cards. Why are you feeling this way? Are you associating it with something good or bad? And what's the emotion behind it? Fear or excitement? Okay, we have some big energy here. So we have the King of Swords. And this was, why are you feeling this way? And what I'm getting for this is you're used to more being in your head. You are much more logical than emotional. And so when things like change, the energy changes, basically time is speeding up, literally. because time doesn't actually exist, and the higher vibration you become, the time actually does feel like it's speeding up because the hours do actually get shorter. It's a very weird sensation. But you are very logical, very in your head almost. In a good way, but you are in your head. It's not a bad thing. It's just you're not emotional. And because of this, you're not understanding quite why things have sped up, and you're not willing to sit down and just feel that they have, and it be okay. So things instead feel rushed because you can't think through them easily enough. Hopefully that makes sense. So, are you associating this feeling with something good or bad? And for this we have the King of Pentacles. And what this is saying to me is you are totally associating this with something good, something really good. Like this is going to really change your world, your physical world is what's coming. You can feel this urgency and you can feel this event coming in, and you know it's going to be absolutely amazing for you. The abundance of everything is going to increase, and you are going to be at the top of the heap kind of thing from it. That's the kind of feeling. So it's actually quite a good feeling. It might feel like it's sort of rushing and urgent, but you know at the end of it, it's going to be really good. And the last one is, what's the emotion behind it? Is it more sort of fear or excitement or whatever? What is the emotion behind this? And for this, we have the Six of Swords. And what I'm getting from this is you've actually got a bit of underlying guilt that needs to be kind of looked at. Because you're very logical, when everything happens and you suddenly become very, very wealthy and so on, you've got that guilt of like, well, what do I do with, this person and that person and why me, and so on. So I think there's that sort of like aspect of the guilt, the shame that you need to work through so that you can be happy in this. It is, an event or a future, whatever you want to call it, that you are seeing as a very good thing. But there's also this guilt and shame attached to it somehow. And because you're so logical, this emotion hasn't sort of almost been seen. You're just hearing the thoughts about it and seeing the beliefs come up about it, but you're not feeling the emotion, which is probably why you've not sort of identified it quite yet. But I think you've probably got some limiting beliefs around here that are keeping you from this. And because this event is getting closer and closer, you've got this sort of urgency of like, well, I want this. I know it's going to be good. And I've really got to sort through these, because your higher self is saying, you've got to sort through these, because that's what's going to get you to this. You have to be the right vibration for this. So let's get rid of these lower vibration emotions and get you to this. So that's kind of what's going on, and that's the emotion underlying it. Let's grab another deck. And this one, we're going to grab, let's grab 3 cards. And since this feeling is coming from your higher self, let's have your higher self tell us what the message is that it's trying to get to you. So 3 cards on what is it that your higher self is trying to communicate. And for this we have the star reversed. So what this is trying to communicate is, with your knowledge, get out of your head and get into your intuition, because there is universal knowledge out there, the Akashic records, the universal unconscious and all of that lot. You are very clearly highly intelligent and you've done a lot of learning, which is why you're so in your head. But now it's time to seek that other type of knowledge, the knowledge that comes more through your intuition than sort of book learning. And to do that, you've got to get out of your head and open your mind up and allow that knowledge to come in rather than studying for it almost. So this is saying you've got to allow that knowledge in and get out of your head to get there. And that's what it wants you to do. That's why you feel like you're sort of, you're kind of, with this, stuck in your head, which is why you're feeling it as so rushed. So, time to do some meditation and sit down and literally just open your mind and allow the information that you want to remember to come in, because we know everything there is to know. We are all one. You know everything. You've just blocked it. Now it's time to allow yourself to remember it and bring in that universal knowledge. So the next part of the message from your higher self, we have the Seven of Cups. And what this is saying to me is, you're going to have some choices ahead, but you are really going to enjoy them, because every single one of these brings you new experiences, stuff you don't feel you've felt before, you don't feel you've gone through before. And you're going to get a whole range of experiences, and you can do them in any order you want. And it is coming, and it's just wanting you to get out there and enjoy each of them. That is part of this abundance that you can see coming, the thing that you think is going to be really good, which it is, that you're feeling good. It wants you to enjoy this experience and experience all of the different things that are coming your way and enjoy them. And lastly, we have the Knight of Cups. And what I'm getting from this is your higher self wants you to open up more to these emotions, because you are so logical, and that's why, you've been stuck in your head, you've got these thoughts and beliefs and things. It wants you to move yourself down more into your heart and start feeling more, not just thinking more. You're turning off the thinking and bringing in that remembering of that information. And now's the time to feel it and process it in your heart rather than in your head. So that is the message that is trying to come through, which is why you're feeling like everything's rushing and urgent and things. So let's grab another deck. And for this one, we're going to have another 3 cards. And this is going to tell us what your higher self wants to do about this. What it wants you to do about this. Now you have the message. What does it want you to do? Okay, so the first one we have is the Knight of Pentacles. And what I'm getting for this is it wants you, despite the fact that you feel like everything is rushing, it wants you to stand stock still, sort of meditation, sit, stand, doesn't matter, but be still, center yourself ground yourself, and find that point of stillness inside you. There's a really good trick I learned about this from the martial arts instructor I study under. And he says, stand there, put your hands out and say, here I am. And it really centers you, grounds you, and makes you present and in this moment. And that's what it's saying you need to do. Rather than getting lost in your thoughts and sticking in your head and thinking things through and stressing over stuff, get grounded, get centered, and get still. That point of stillness, that's really what inner peace is about, is that stillness within. Because if you can reach that silence in your mind and sit there and just be utterly present for a moment, it feels incredible. And this is what it wants you to do. It wants you to get to that point of stillness and just be. Don't think, be. That will then help you open up your mind and allow this information to remember. You want to remember to come in, because unless you're in this state, that doesn't happen, basically. You won't get that information in because your mind is too busy distracting you. So get to this point of stillness. That's what it wants you to do. So try what my Sifu suggested. Here I am. The next card we have is the Nine of Cups reversed. And what this is saying to me is, while it said get more into your heart, start feeling these emotions, it's saying don't equally become trapped by them. Don't get so into them that you're, out of your head, fully emotional, and now you're on this emotional roller coaster, okay? Remember this point of stillness. Emotions are there to be felt, and you need to feel them, but you equally need to let them go. So let them come and go. Just pass through you. They are part of your earthly experience, which is why you need to feel them, but you shouldn't be hanging on to them. So don't go from getting stuck in your head to being stuck in your emotions. This is saying just experience the emotions and then let them go and let them move through. And lastly, we have the Ten of Cups. And this is just saying it wants you to be happy, be joyful, be grateful. Notice the amazing abundance around you. Notice how beautiful everything is. And just start noticing, and being in this point of stillness will really help you notice this. And it will actually help you calm, the emotions as well and not get stuck in them. But just be. Get outside and just be. Be in this point of stillness and notice how amazing everything truly is in this world. So let us grab a final deck. And we're going to grab 2 cards with this one. And what we want to know is, if you do all this, follow the message and so on, what the most likely outcome of this is going to be. And remember, your future is up to you. It is completely changeable. But if you do this, what's the most likely outcome? And the second card is what you have to sacrifice to get it. Because if you're going at 2 opposite ends of the table, you can't have both. It can't be black and white. So what do you have to sacrifice to get this outcome? One and 2. So the outcome, we have the 2 of Cups reversed. And what this is saying to me is, if you do all this, you'll start to really understand yourself and get into meeting your higher self, your authentic self, and really starting to get to know yourself, all aspects of yourself, not just the you that you think you know right now, but the deeper you inside, the real you inside. And that's what's going to help you become more you, which is the higher vibration you. And what you have to sacrifice to do this, we have the tower reversed. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. And to me, what this is saying is you have to sacrifice this coming out of your head into your heart and then getting stuck in your heart. You cannot be in chaos, okay? You have to be at a point of stillness. So you've got to sacrifice the chaos, basically. You cannot be either on a mental roller coaster with your mind just going a million miles an hour, or on an emotional roller coaster with you feeling things and then hanging on to the feelings. You have to be centered still at that point of just now, okay? And to do that, you have to sacrifice the chaos. Drop a like, subscribe and comment below if this resonated. I would dearly love your help growing this channel because I'm a very small channel, very new, and I would love to get this out to more people. And YouTube does respect how many subscribers you have. So I would dearly love your help growing this channel. If you would like a private reading, there is a link in the description below, and we can go through and work out what it is that you need to release. If you need to release something, get you clarity on whatever it is you're stuck on. And the readings are, for the most part, done over Zoom. All but one of them is done over Zoom with me so that you can ask questions, get clarity on things that you don't understand, anything like that. I would love to help you out. I'm Karen from Soul Driven Tarot, and I'll see you in the next pile or the next video. Welcome to the reading for pile 3. And for this we have the 7 of Wands. And what this card is about is what you are actually feeling. So you're thinking that things feel off. So how are you experiencing that? And so for this, what I'm getting is you're feeling sort of like you're unprepared for something. You're being a bit defensive about what's coming. And trying to get away from feeling this way, and just sort of like, no, I don't want this, sort of kind of feeling underneath. So let us grab a deck and find out what's going on. We are going to grab 3 cards with this. And the first card is, why are you feeling this way? The second one, are you associating what you're, feeling, this feeling off, but you're right, or you are right? Are you associating that with something that's good or bad that's coming? And the third card, what's the emotion behind the feeling? Is it maybe fear, excitement, or something else even? So, 3 cards. Why are things feeling off? Are you associating this with something good or bad? I think this might have been my 3 cards. And what's the emotion? 2, 3. Okay, so why are you feeling this way? We have the 7 of Cups. And what this is saying to me is you are feeling thoroughly overwhelmed. You have more options than you know what to do with. You've probably watched a lot of readings. You've probably got a lot of advice. You've got friends telling you something, family telling you something, and then, both of them telling you something else. And you're like, I don't know what to do. I am just so overwhelmed. Everything is coming at me all at once. Maybe your third eye has started opening up and you're seeing things as well. Maybe your hearing started opening up and you're starting to sort of get messages in. and you're just like, I don't know what to do. I am just frozen, utterly frozen in indecision and not sure where to go and not sure how to get over this. So that's what I'm kind of getting as to, why you feel this way. So are you associating what's coming with something good or bad? And for this we have strength reversed. I'm kind of getting that you are so overwhelmed that you don't really know whether you even think of something as good or bad anymore. But you are definitely thinking of something that is within your control and you're not managing to control it, is what's coming through. So not so much good or bad, almost like you think this is a failure. It is not. There is no such thing as failure. Okay? All there is an experience where you learn something, and you learn either what you like or what you don't like. And that's it. Okay? So there is no failure. If this is what you need to be in right now, then this is what you need to be in right now, and that is totally okay. You are learning something from it. Okay? But this is what I'm getting, is you're seeing this as, no, it's not good, it's not bad, I'm just overwhelmed and I know I shouldn't be this overwhelmed, and so I must have done something wrong, or I failed, or whatever it is. So let that go. You are in the right place doing the absolute best you can with what you have right now. You are good. And what is this emotion behind this feeling? And for this, I have the Knight of Cups. And what I'm getting for this is this emotion. I'm not sure most people would call this emotion, but I'm getting this instability. This is what's under this that I'm getting. This horse has got both legs on the same side up. He's ready to tip while trying to balance this cup on his back. It is that utter instability and unknowing of like, whoa, I don't know where to go. I am kind of teetering on the edge. And I don't know which way I'm going to fall. That's the kind of emotion I'm getting through from this. So it is probably closer to a sort of fear than an excitement, but there might be a bit of excitement in there because, some people like things like roller coasters and things like that. I know I used to. So, it could be fear or excitement, but it's that I'm about to do something and I don't know which option I want to take. I am so overwhelmed that I am just frozen in indecision, but something is going to make its mind up for me because I'm about to fall, kind of thing. That kind of emotion, that sort of uncertainty, I guess, would be probably the closest that we think of as an emotion. So let's grab another deck. And let us have a look at why you are feeling this, because as we've said, something does feel off, but you're not imagining it. It's actually your higher self trying to communicate with you. So let's have a look at what your higher self is trying to tell you, what message it wants to get across to you. So we're going to grab 3 cards for this. And what is it that your higher self is trying to tell you? These are interesting. We have the Lovers. So I think there's a fair amount here of why things feel off is maybe this is actually in your relationships. And this is why you feel like you don't know which way to go and you feel like you failed and you're about to sort of like fall over kind of thing. You're wondering what's going on with this relationship, and your higher self is telling you there is love there, and maybe the love there is changing. It's changing from more of a sort of romantic love into a more divine love. Doesn't mean the relationship's going to change. It might not, whichever. But it is more of a higher vibrational love is what's changing, is what I'm getting. It is a sort of a blessed love kind of thing. And then the next part of the message, we have the Empress. And weirdly, she's pregnant. The Empress is usually the beginnings of things, you're birthing, and it could be literal, but for most people, obviously, it's not going to be. It could be that you are trying to birth a new idea, a new business, a new project, whatever it is. You're trying to birth something and bring it into creation. And part of this message is it's because of these relationships that have evolved into a higher love, a more divine love, that you're able to bring about this birthing of this, whatever it is. It could be, I don't know, a humanitarian project that you want to do, for instance, that you have moved more into love and you are now wanting to create this project and give it life and things. But it is from this improvement of this relationship, whatever this relationship is, into a more divine relationship, to a higher form of more pure love, unconditional love, that this process that you are birthing, or even, a baby, but that is going to, like I said, very, very few of you are going to be in that category. But this is a beginning of something, and it's because this relationship has progressed to the next level. And the last part of the message, we have the Seven of Swords reversed. And what I'm getting from this is there is no deception around this. It might feel like you don't know where to go and, things have failed kind of thing, and you feel a bit unstable, but there's no deception in this. What you need to do is trust your higher self. It doesn't want you thinking, oh, this is too good to be true, or even this is too good to be true. It actually is true. It's good. There is no deception. There's no lies, hidden truths, anything like that going on. Just because this feels so wonderful doesn't mean you can't, experience it, okay? Maybe there's beliefs in there that you need to get rid of. But either way, there is no deception in this. This beautiful launching of something, creation of something is coming, and it's coming from love. And that is not a lie, is what this message is saying. So let's grab another deck and get some more details. Let's get 3 cards for this. And if this is the message, what does your higher self want you to do about it? Is what we want to know. 3 cards. What do you need to do about all of this? What do you need to do about all of this? Okay. So, firstly, we have the Five of Cups reversed. And I think what this is saying is that you need to release the options that you know aren't going to work for you. You know, you've got all these options and they are thoroughly overwhelming. And you just need to let some of them go and not be sad about it. Because to pick one, you have to let all the others go. Okay? So just release them and let go of the grief around releasing them. You still have other options that will bring you closer to what you want, closer to home. Okay? So don't get so overwhelmed that you think you have to do everything and you have to take all these options and what everybody is telling you and all the advice, including this advice. Okay? It is up to you. Just don't get emotionally distraught over the fact that you have to let some of these options go. Just remember what options you do have that you actually love, that you want to move towards. Okay? That will help you work out which options are right for you. Then next we have the Knight of Pentacles. And what this is saying to me is you need to start taking responsibility. You've got this, you know it's whatever's coming, you have to be responsible for, and you feel like you failed. And you are trying to create whatever this is. And now this is saying you have to step up, you have to be responsible for it. You have to be a good steward of whatever it is, whatever personal project or anything that it is that you are trying to birth into existence. You have to be the one that's responsible for it. So you have to step up and be that steady, solid influence over it to bring it not just, into creation, but actually bring it into the next level and keep it going, keep it, sort of growing, keep it beneficial for whoever is involved in it, whatever it is. You're the one who has to be kind of in charge and responsible and nurturing and a good steward of the whole thing, kind of thing. This guy's a really good steward of his land. He's not letting anything go to waste. He's not rushing. He's just in control and knows exactly what he's doing, kind of thing. And that's what your higher self is asking you to do with whatever this is. Okay? And lastly, we have the Two of Pentacles reversed. And what I'm kind of getting from this is you've got this sort of instability, and you're obviously worried about deception and stuff. And this is just saying, let all that go. Let go of this roller coaster. You've been on this roller coaster. You think things are thoroughly overwhelming and you're not sure which way to turn and everything. And it's saying, let it go. It's okay. You follow your higher self and you will know exactly which way to go. Okay? It will tell you. It is showing you by what you love and what you are passionate about bringing into existence. So follow that. And there is no deception around that. So just let all of these worries and overwhelm and failure feelings and everything else, just let go. Okay? Because you are in the right place at the right time and you are doing everything that you need to be doing. You are doing the best you can, and it is exactly what you should be doing. So just let everything else go. Right, we're going to grab one last deck. And we're going to grab 2 cards from this. We are going to have one that represents the outcome. If you do all of this, what is the next most likely outcome from this? Now, the future is not set in stone. However, this was the likely outcome if you do this. And the next one is what you have to sacrifice to get that outcome, what you have to let go of. So the most likely outcome, we have the Three of Pentacles. And what this is telling me is whatever it is that you are trying to birth into existence and become the steward of is going to make you the person who is in charge. People will look up to you for advice, whatever it is, on this project, business, whatever it is. They will look to you to be the leader, and they will look to you to be the master of your craft, whatever it is. Your area, and you will come across as that. They will help you, but it will be you who's in control and in charge if you do all of this. And what do you have to let go of? And for this we have the Two of Wands reversed, and this is very like this. It's saying you have to let go of your plans, as in follow your higher self. Don't follow your ego mind's plans that you've put together, because when you do that, this is when that overwhelm happens. Okay? And then, oh my goodness, I should have done and I failed and all that kind of stuff that your higher self wants you to let go of. It wants you to let go of what you think the outcome should be. Allow it to guide you and give you the best outcome, that probably better than you can possibly imagine, but certainly exactly 100% what you need to happen. So you need to let go of your planning and determining what the outcome should be. It'll be really good from the look of it. So just do this, let go of all the worries and just allow your higher self to guide you. Drop a like, subscribe and comment below if this resonated. I would dearly love your help to grow this channel and get a lot more subscribers. So please share it as well. That would be really awesome. If you would like a personal reading, the link is in the description below. And most of my readings are done over Zoom with me, so that you can see me face to face and ask questions, ask clarification, whatever it is that you need to do. And I would love to help you out. I'm Karen from Soul Driven Tarot, and I'll see you in the next pile or the next video.